to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this series. We explore the right of disposition, which is the legal right to control what happens to your body after death, and how to make sure your wishes are honored with clarity and respect. This episode focuses on Louisiana, a state that takes family structure and documentation seriously when it comes to final arrangements. In Louisiana, you have the right to choose who will handle your funeral, burial, or cremation by making a written and notarized declaration of your wishes. Under Louisiana Revised Statute 8655, you can name a person called a designee who will have full authority to make decisions regarding the disposition of your remains. Once your declaration is properly signed and notarized, that person's authority overrides everyone else's, even family. This ensures your decisions are followed exactly as you intend. If you don't name a designee, Louisiana law determines who has the right to make those decisions. First, the person you appointed in writing. Next, your surviving spouse, provided you weren't legally separated. Then, your adult children, a majority if there's more than one. After that, your surviving parents. Then, your adult siblings, followed by your surviving grandparents, adult grandchildren, and finally, your next of kin. If none of these individuals are available, the coroner or court-appointed authority may step in. This order is clearly stated in Louisiana Revised Statutes 8655, and it is what every funeral home in the state must follow. Louisiana law also sets clear expectations for timing. If a body is not claimed within 30 days of death, it can be considered unclaimed and turned over to the local parish or coroner for burial or cremation. 30 days can go by quickly, especially in cases of family disputes or delayed communication. Having your wishes in writing prevents your remains from being handled by default procedures. If you're estranged or no contact with your family, Louisiana's default hierarchy still applies unless you formally named a designee. That means a relative you haven't spoken to in years could legally take charge of your funeral arrangements. By naming someone in a notarized declaration, you ensure your wishes, not your family relationships, control your legacy. Louisiana law does not specifically address chosen names or gender identity in disposition statutes. If you choose a chosen name or have a gender identity different from your legal documents, include your information clearly in your declaration. State your preferred name, pronouns, and how you wish to be represented. Provide copies to your designee and funeral home so there's no confusion about your identity or presentation. Before we close, let's talk about a few common mistakes people make when it comes to final arrangements in Louisiana. First, assuming a verbal request is enough. It isn't. Louisiana law requires your declaration to be written, signed, and notarized. Second, forgetting to update the document. If your relationships change or your designee passes away, your previous form might no longer reflect your wishes. Third, not giving copies to the right people. Keep your notarized declaration in a safe place, but also make sure your designee and local funeral home have access to it. Avoiding these mistakes guarantees your final wishes are honored without delay or confusion. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you understand how Louisiana handles the right of disposition and why proper documentation is so important for peace of mind. If this information helped you, share it with your family, friends, or anyone living in Louisiana who may not know their rights. Conversations like this bring clarity and confidence long before the time ever comes to act. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more state-by-state episodes in this series. And check out the rest of my Right of Disposition playlist to see how these laws differ across the country. I'm Bella, but this is your life, your legacy, and your choice, even after you're gone.